Guys, so today's LeetCode problem is 2326 spiral matrix 4. So in this problem you are given m and n. M represent rows and represent the columns. So you are given mn and the head of a linked list. And you need to return a matrix, or you can say list of size m rows and n column, and with the values of the linked list filled in a clockwise manner. So what I meant by this is, let's see by example 1. So here m is given 3, n is given 5, and linked list head is given. So this is a linked list head. So you need to return a matrix, or you can say list of size m rows and n column. So in above diagram you can see this is would be our final answer. So it has m rows, which is 3 rows and 5 columns. So and the value inside it, uh, the head of the linked list should be at index 0 0 0 comma 0. So here 3 is there. Next value in the linked list is 0, so it is here in the 0 comma 1 at index 0 1. And next value is 2, so it is in index 0 comma 2. And then next value is 6, next value is 8, next value is 1. And by the arrow you can see how we are filling the values. So we are going in the clockwise direction. So when there is no node, like after 8 there was we cannot go any further on east direction, so this is a east direction. So then we have to turn in the clockwise way. So we have turned in by right, we have turned right, you can say, or you can say we have turned in south direction. And then we keep going south. When we cannot go in the south any further, we again turn right. Then we are going in west direction. And when we cannot, after this 5 we cannot go in the west direction any further, then we again turn right. And we are going in the north direction. So after this 5 we are not going on 3 again, because here we have already filled the value. So we turn right again by 90 degree. So then we fill the next value 0 here. So now the linked list is completed. So rest value we need to fill by -1. Similarly here 0 1 2 is given, and 1 row and 4 column matrix we need to return. So 0 1 2 got filled, and this is extra space, so we have filled -1. So this is pretty easy problem. Let's see the approach, how we can approach this. So I have created a matrix of n column and m rows, as we need to return this in the matrix form. And by default I have filled -1 everywhere in the matrix. And initially I am initializing, currently I am at 0 comma -1. So that means I am out of this matrix, you can say. And why I have done this I will tell in a while. So then I have created one variable named direction, which indicates on which direction currently I am going in. So here 0 means, here I have commented 0 means I am going in east direction. South means, I will open the diagram as well. Here you can see this is east direction, x coordinate. When we go along x coordinate, this is east direction. And when we go this is first let me tell you the direction. So this is east direction, x coordinate. Minus x coordinate is west direction, y coordinate is north direction, and minus y coordinate is south direction. So so in this variable direction, if it contain value 0, that means we have to go on east direction. If it contain value, that means we have to go in south direction, that means downward. If it has value 2, that means we have to go on west direction, and if it contain value 3, that means we have to go north direction. So why I have done this, like I am going in each direction in the matrix, and suppose I am at the end of the matrix now, so I don't have to write if and else condition like that. I can just increment direction by 1. So currently I was going in each direction, that means direction value was 0. So when I am at the end of the matrix, I will increase the direction by 1. So now direction will contain 1, and 1 means, here 1 means south direction, so this is a south direction. When I am at the end of the south, again I will increment direction by 1. So then direction value will become 2, which means west direction. So west direction is this. And when I am at the end of the west in the matrix, I am at the end of the west direction. Again I will increment direction by 1. So I will now go on, direction will contain value 3, which means north direction, which is this. So this way I am making a spiral just by incrementing direction by 1 each time, and I am taking modulo 4 as well, so it goes on loop. So let's see here first, and this coordinate tell us the coordinate will increase by how much. Like if we are going, sorry, if we are going in each direction, then each time x coordinate is getting increment by 1, and y coordinate is getting increased by 0, right? So let's bring the matrix. Yeah, so when we are going in each direction, which means in this direction, so here y in getting increment by 1 each time, right? Here, like from 3 to 0, y got increased by 1, because where 3 is, that is coordinate 0 comma 0, and this coordinate is 0 comma 1. So x is same, but y got incremented by 1. So that's why at 0 index, when direction is 0, so we will refer to chords of 0. When direction value is 1, we will refer the chord of 1 for the increment. When direction value is 2, we will refer chord of 2 for the increment. When direction value is 3, we will refer chord of 3 similarly. So when direction of 0, so we have to go in each direction in the matrix means y value is getting incremented by 1, like 3 to 0 when we go, y get increment by 1. When 0 to 2 I am going, again y value is getting incremented. So that's why chord in the chord array I have put it in tuple which represent x and y coordinate. So x value is same, y coordinate, y value is getting incremented by 1 each time. When I am going in south direction, which is downward, so here x coordinate is getting incremented by 1, because in this row x is 0, in this row x is 1, and in the last third row x is 2. So when we are going from row 0 to row 1, so x coordinate is getting incremented by 1. So that's why at the index 1, which represents south, I have put it coordinate as 1 comma 0. That means x will increment by 1 and y will increment by nothing, which is 0. Similarly, when we go on west direction, which is 7 9 4 2 5, like in this direction, then here x is same, we are at the last row, so x value is not changing, but y value is getting decremented each time by 1. So when that's why at index 2, uh, in the direction that represent west, I put it x as 0, means x is same for all the values, and y is getting decremented by 1 each time, so minus 1. Similarly, for the north I have put it -1 comma 0, because when we go like 5 5 in this direction, then x value is getting decremented by 1. So while so let's move forward. So while head, so that means until the linked list has some values, what we are doing, we are first getting we are calculating delta x and delta y, means in how much we have to move. So that will come by these two things, direction and chord. So currently direction, at initially I have initialized direction by 0, which means we have to go in each direction. So you can refer this line which say for which direction value we are going on which direction. For direction 0 we are going in each direction. So currently we are going in each direction, so this 0 comma 1 will get assigned to dx comma dy. So dy will contain value 1 and dx will contain value 0. Then we need to calculate our new x and new y. So this is new x and new y is nothing but x plus dx is new x, then y plus dy is the new y. And here we are checking if we have went out of boundary, which is if nx is less than 0, then we are out of boundary, or new x is greater than m, which is number of rows greater than equal to, then we are out of boundary, or ny is less than 0 or ny is greater than n for the columns we are checking here, if we have come out of boundary. And lastly we are checking if we have already assigned the value. Even if we have already assigned the value, we don't have to assign it again. So here we are calculating the new x and new y again. So if we have came out of boundary uh, by new x and new y, then that means we have to turn here in the right direction. So I am incrementing direction by 1 and taking modulo 4, because that is only 4 direction. Then again I am calculating delta x delta y, and again I am calculating new x and new y, nothing but x plus dx and y plus dy after changing the direction. So once this step is done, so in the matrix nx and ny I am just keeping the value head dot value, whatever means linked list value I am keeping in a matrix, putting in a matrix. Then I'm going on next node in the linked list. So head equal to head dot next, and now my current xy will be this nx and ny, and at the end I'm just returning the matrix. Let's run this. So our sample test cases got accepted. Let's submit this problem and see. This got submitted successfully. So hope you have understood everything. If you have any doubt in any parts, you can ask in the comment section. Thank you. See you tomorrow.